Hello, I'm the Irish guy, and lads, 10 Premier League shirts have dropped for the 24-25 season. Dropped where? And since I am clearly the prince of fashion, I've never washed my scarf. It still stinks of that milk bath I had 5 years ago! But yeah, despite the fact that I look like an Irish gargoyle who is no more fashionable than a dehydrated worm, I am still going to, in part 1, I'm going to grade the 10 released Premier League shirts so far and grade them based on how much I like them or not. Right, let's go. Arsenal B. Look, everything at Arsenal has become so expensive over the last few years. Would not be shocked to find out that the club shop currently sells Arsenal beanie babies of Gunnersaurus for more than the price of a 5-star steak. I mean, I'm not sure how much a season ticket costs at the Emirates, but I would not be shocked if every season ticket holder now had to donate one finger every year. Arsenal has always been mega expensive, so you shouldn't be shocked to find out that the latest edition of the authentic football shirt is $110 bucks. £110 for a football shirt. For that amount of money, I'd be expecting the thing to fly. I wouldn't even pay £100 for Harry Potter's invisibility cloak. But listen, is the shirt nice? It's fine. When you look at the shirt, it is, yeah, a very obvious Arsenal shirt. I don't exactly think the kit designer spent weeks and months extracting every last fiber of his imagination to construct the perfect shirt.
Sugar, spice, and everything nice.
No, it looks so basic and ordinary. The bloke probably dreamt it up over a bowl of Nesquik. I'd almost like it if the manufacturer went wild and came up with a really creative chunk of strange art. Something that you find in some Lithuanian museum. Just something to initially freak out the fans. Like, I don't know, create an Arsenal shirt where there's a cartoon vampire eating Cocoa Pops on the front with Robbie Lyle smiling at you on the inside of the shorts. That would be a very terrifying first wee. But yeah, this one is very similar to the one from last season. Thankfully, they've done away with those hideous stripes to just have a clean red front. There's still the white collar and sleeves, but this time they've chucked in a few blue lines, which I'm gonna say it gives me Leeds United vibes. The sponsor is still the same, telling me that Emirates fly better. I would love if Dennis Bergkamp was still a Gunners player and had to promote that sponsor. A legendary Dutch striker who looked like he would sooner lick chocolate ice cream off a poisonous snake before stepping foot on an aeroplane. Well look, overall, this Arsenal kit is decent. I'll give it a B. Oh, by the way, lads, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, you absolute legends. Plenty more content coming over the summer, over the year, over the next decade, until we're old and grey. So hit that red button, you absolute legends. That sounded a bit sad, didn't it? Crystal Palace B+. Yes. Up next is Crystal Palace. Okay, this kit makes me feel like I just tripped and smashed my head off a Tesco trolley. Look at this. Trying to concentrate on the Crystal Palace colours. It feels like I'm staring into a lava lamp. Are those eagles on the shirt? Yeah, it's a bunch of cartoon birds squashed into a football strip. A bunch of eagles all squashed on a shirt. This feels like something Gandalf would wear. Okay, the unfortunate elephant in the room is the fact that on the advertisements, this one was modeled by Michael Olise. This man is modeling a football shirt he never had any intention of wearing. I mean, after he was done with his photo shoot, he might as well have ripped off that shirt and used it to wipe bird poo off his car. Honestly, this is a bit like me posing for the camera wearing my grandmother's wedding dress. Yeah, I have no intention of ever wearing that again. Michael Olise is probably currently in Germany, laughing at the fools who bought this kit purely because he told them it was lit. Look at the huge change from last season. Last campaign was some strange design where everybody was wearing a red and blue church. Honestly, isn't that a chapel? I mean, to me, when I look at the top half of the shirt, all I see is Spider-Man's web. And I think we all know Atletico Madrid did that better. But this one, it is wild. And I'm impressed with the creativity, but I hate the collar. And I can't really explain why. I don't know, it's just one of these things. It's like me asking you to tell me what it is about spiders that you hate. You don't know. There's not a single rational response in your brain. But still, if you see those things chilling on your sausage roll, you are going to squeal like a pig. You know what? It sounds weird, but I actually prefer the Palace shorts. They look like the wackiest swimming trunks I've ever seen. Like something Lady Gaga would wear to the beach. I know people will like this shirt. Just like how there was that huge craze for the Nigeria shirt in 2018. Yeah, I remember telling everyone I didn't actually like this shirt. And people looked at me as if I'd admitted to romancing a fat nun. Look, I actually think that the slick, modern style of this actually suits certain Palace players. Pure, swaggy skillsters like Eze and Olise. But to see some boring, straight-laced nerd like Adam Ward Wharton wearing it. No, that man is a good player, sure. But considering he's just a donkey work midfielder, he would look more suited to wearing a brown paper bag. It's like watching some comic book geek who has a tattoo of Dungeons and Dragons. Seeing him now wearing KSI's clothes would look a little bit weird when he's dribbling onions over his X-Men toys whilst wearing a Versace suit. Do you see what I mean? Certain skill players suit it, and other vanilla ones don't. A bit like seeing Theo Baker wearing the F2 Freestylers merch. It wouldn't really fit. Full of F. Yuck. I hate it. You know what this reminds me of? The Fulham shirts that Louis Saha used to wear. I mean, I never really saw him play in those shirts, but when I Google his Fulham days, that is what comes up. So really, this is a classic Fulham shirt, I guess. But I absolutely despise it. I think it's uglier than a giraffe's bum. It's this plain old white, which is fine, with the extremely old-fashioned button-up collar. Yuck. This looks like something your stuffy school would make you wear in PE. Yeah, it's got 3 black lines on the shoulder and some random red stripes at the bottom. But come on, especially when I see Tom Kearney wearing this, fiddling with the collar while staring at himself in the mirror. Oh lads, this absolutely makes me think that this is something the 14-year-old posh boys at my school would have worn to the school discos. I mean, that's what I would see on Facebook. What, you think I actually went to any discos trying to kiss a girl? Nah. I was sitting at home watching Desperate Housewives with my mum. Kearney is that posh 14-year-old who stinks of a Lynx Africa factory. I might be wrong, and you might all think that this is mega slick, but to me, imagine being a Fulham fan and unwrapping this on Christmas morning. I would sooner be handed a golden ticket to watch Piers Morgan chewing his belly button cheese. Liverpool D. Okay, we've known about Liverpool's new kit for a while now. They wore it on the final day of the season, as they always do. So fair play, they never keep the fans waiting over the summer. Lads, half the Premier League clubs are still holding out on us. It is July and the poor fans. A little more than a month before the season starts, and for all they know, their players could soon be representing their football club wearing a pink t-shirt with a picture of a naked Susan Boyle on the front. Unlikely, but you never know. I just know there's gonna be St. Pauli one day. So Liverpool released this yonks ago, and do I like it? Not really. Lads, when Liverpool lifted the Premier League title in 2020, I thought their shirt was actually pretty hideous and not befitting of a champion. For some reason, there were just some random copybook lines on the front. Yeah, the Premier League title winning Liverpool shirt looked like homework. And yeah, for some strange reason, those lines are back, and with them is a goofy, oversized, unfinished collar. Yeah, it doesn't even loop up at the front. And my question is, why? This is a bit like a bunch of construction workers going on strike before the building is finished. And so yeah, a bunch of businessmen are now trying to work in a hotel which is missing a 3rd bathroom wall. Yeah, 200 feet up in the air, and everybody on the street can literally see them having a wee. It's like the kit makers just decided, nah, we've designed 3/4 of the collar, that's enough. Who cares about joining it up at the front? It looks like an unfinished haircut. And why is the collar so big? It's not like you're throwing Harry Hill up front. Look, the Liverpool players still make it cool, to be fair. For some reason, Liverpool's players know how to strike a pose. Price above Cody Gakpo. Looks like in another life, he'd be happily modeling jeans on the River Island website. Although Luis Diaz does slightly resemble the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Come on, Louis, stop slouching. Look, it's not the grisliest, ugliest thing I've ever seen. Ugh. It's not great. Man City D. What is it with the strange collars? Don't get it. What is so hard to grasp about creating a normal, symmetrical collar? Again, this is like the collar from 2014, which was a weird, almost V-neck. And yeah, it's a bunch of strange, squiggly lines on the collar and the rims of the shirt. It's very simple. If this was a normal, shaped collar, then this would be fine. A really simplistic, classy sky blue shirt, where less is more. But I am sorry, I can't take these players seriously wearing that. Just nah. Man United C. I'm not sure. Can someone please tell me, what's a Snapdragon? Because it sounds like a cartoon character you might find in a cereal box. Like if they were to rebrand a new flavor of Rice Krispies. You'd have the small lookalikes on the front with a spoon. Look, Manchester have not gone wild and brought out a drastic new kit that will be remembered in 5 years' time. Nah, this one, it's fine. Although clearly the photographer needs sacked from this photo shoot, because from this angle, Erasmus Hoyland looks pregnant. Was Scott McTominay in that lighting? He looks like a middle-aged dad who's concerned where there's no more sausage rolls left at Greg's. I mean, Lissandra Martinez looks like someone you'd find in a Venezuelan prison. Somebody who once ate a guy's face because he used a toothbrush. Well, look, this isn't a crazy, different, wacky shirt, but the collar is strange. It looks small on some people. Like with McTominay, it looks like he is struggling to breathe, but unlike the Garnacho and Hoyland, it looks stretched. So I don't know. It's fine. It's not an insanely good kit. It's not a terrible kit. It's just very lukewarm and vanilla. Very Theo Baker. Newcastle C. Last. Oh, I don't want to be mean about Newcastle's new shirt, because no other fans in England were this excited about the release of a football shirt this summer. I can promise you that for a fact, because Newcastle United were stepping back into Adidas territory for the first time in years. Oh, well, then you had Geordies queuing up outside the makeshift club shop for, what do you think it was? How long do you think they were there? Half an hour, 45 minutes before the shop opened? I mean, that's dedication, right? Queuing up on a cold Tuesday morning with an egg sandwich in your hand. That shows that you want the kit. Okay, what about an hour before? Yeah, great commitment. What about 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours before the shop opened?
Dave, how long have you been in this queue for?
I came at 3:45 this morning. These lovely ladies we have for me.
3:45 this morning.
I got here at about 12:15, something like that last night.
12:15.
I went to bed, couldn't sleep. But it's been good. It's been a good night.
Look at how long that queue was at 8 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, the ones at the front of the queue have been there since 1 a.m. when students were literally spilling into nightclubs. Madness! Queuing up all night for a football shirt. I haven't seen such insanity since people queued up all night for the final Harry Potter book. Solely to see if Ron Weasley managed to kiss Snape. I don't know, I might have the characters mixed up. This is like people camping out in tents for the next PlayStation. No, these are devoted Newcastle fans sacrificing their sleep, destroying their sleeping pattern, forfeiting breakfast to splash out an £80 for a marginally different shirt to the one they already had on their backs. I don't get it. Fair play to the commitment, I suppose. But could you not have just bought it the next week? Just casually stroll in on your lunch break instead of strangers huddling together in the cold of night? Because imagine if you were standing next to someone in that queue at 4 a.m. and the awkward small talk dried up after 20 minutes. What do you do for the next 3 hours? Creep him out by licking his shoulder? Do you sit on the floor and count how many spiders you see? Does everyone gather around for a game of spin the bottle? It's very risky behavior. You had 50-year-old Newcastle fans treating the release of a club shirt as if they were 13-year-olds queuing up for Taylor Swift. So I think everyone who did queue up for this shirt, I think they have convinced themselves that yeah, it was worth their time. The club could have released a football shirt that was made entirely from microwave donkey vomit. It doesn't matter, because those committed super fans are still gonna tell themselves they like the kit. Look, I think it's nice. I like the lunacy of Bruno Gamari's in the photo shoot. Well, Jacob Murphy, he does look like he's just been ambushed on the toilet, but I prefer last season's kit to this one. The classic black and white stripes are untouched again. Oh, again, it's the unequal, unfinished collar. Why does the white middle stripe just stop as it reaches the neck? I know I've spent the entire video moaning about collars. You'd swear I was an itchy dog, but to me, it's nothing special, just a C. And I can't be the only one who thinks that the whole classic black and white vibe is completely spoiled by having an ugly yellow splotch on the arm. It looks like you dribbled butter down your sleeve. Tottenham A. Have we not already had this kit before? Yes, we kind of have. Because this reminds you what Robbie Keane used to wear at Spurs in 2006 with those dark blue sleeves. It's also a little similar to what Tottenham used to wear when they had Jose Mourinho at the wheel. Yep, I have successfully managed to squeeze a mention of that man into a Premier League kit review video. I mean, make no mistake, lads. You could ask me to read a eulogy at your grandma's funeral, and best believe the special one is somehow getting a mention, but I think I love this kit. I really do. Because look at how clean and equal the collar is. There we go. How hard is that to actually commit to finishing the collar all the way around? See, it can be done. It really is that easy. I mean, forget the fact that every Spurs player in the photo shoot looks utterly miserable. Honestly, was James Maddison forced to pose for this like an hour after he found out he was out of the Euro 2024 squad? I love this kit. It just looks clean. West Ham C. Lads, this looks the exact same as the West Ham shirt they wore 2 years ago? Tell me how it's any different. Okay, the collar has a couple of more colors. To me, it now resembles a Twister ice cream, and the sleeve rims are so incredibly tight that they'd probably even make your own grandma look like she's got huge biceps. All in all, it's a fine West Ham shirt, but I really do feel like we've already seen this before. Wolves B. So let me get this straight. We are about to have an entire Premier League season of Wolves having the club crest in the middle of the shirt? Is that allowed? Am I having a total brain freeze, or do Premier League clubs never move the crest? It's always over the heart, right? No, you've moved it. This feels ominous. Like in a horror film where someone chooses to move the creepy doll out of her box. Yeah, you know you're soon gonna have your eyeballs fed to the ducks outside. Look, this is a bold risk to move the club crest and put it over the chest. That is wild, but you know what? I like the clean collar, the matching sleeve trims, the classic butter yellow. Yeah, I like it. Anyway, Anyway, that's it. What do you think? Let me know in the comments section below. What do you think of part 1 of the Premier League release, kids? Let me know. What was your favorite? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give a like, share, and subscribe as always. I'll talk to you in a while.